Let's talk about Anglican 1000.
Okay.
I know, like you said, it's about a year old.
Yep.
Met you guys at Exponential last year.
Yep.
Tell me what's going on. I mean, a lot of things are going on. You just launched a new blog.
Yep.
Just launched your new website. Things are looking good there. You just finished your first conference. Tim Keller was the speaker there.
Yeah. Second conference.
I'm sorry, the second conference. Good. I missed the first one.
It was all right. Ed Stetcher was there, so
he's okay.
He's all right.
Well, let's talk about Anglican 1000 this year with Keller and some of the highlights of that.
Honestly, we feel like we have a tiger by the tail right now. Mm-hmm. This thing is moving. We're trying to keep up with the Lord and His people right now. Mm-hmm. We've seen about 120 new starts over the last year and a half.
Wow. Well on your way to 1,000 in 5 years.
Well, you know, we're picking up steam.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that we're hearing about, kind of just, you know, new groups forming in the pipeline. And our leaders are really catching the vision for it.
Right.
And so it's the kind of thing, and this is our hope, that whether we get to 999 or 1,001 or whatever, it's building a new DNA into this new Anglican movement here in North America that's focused on the gospel. And so church planting is our means for reaching folks with the gospel.
That's great. I know you're a really busy guy and you wear a lot of hats.
Yep.
What do you do to kind of keep your nose down and get things done? You know what I'm saying? I know you're a big ideas guy.
Yep.
But what do you do to try to discipline yourself to execute on some of these things? What are some self-help tips here?
I mean, honestly, I make ample use of to-do lists and take time each week to reflect on what I need to accomplish. And then there's a level of what I'd like to accomplish.
Yeah.
And I'll try to differentiate those. Mm-hmm. Locally, what I'll do is I'm trying to visit and help out at a lot of church plants. Mm-hmm. So that I'm staying there, nose to the ground, seeing what planters are dealing with.
Yeah. And
then I'm married, have a 4.5-year-old son, so just try to spend the time I need to with the family.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of your plants.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you your favorite because they're all your favorite, just like your children, right?
Sure.
But let's talk about one that kind of comes to mind, very quickly when we talk about a plant that's just doing some really great things.
Yeah. There's one we have right now. It's called City Church. It's in downtown Charleston.
Yeah.
And essentially, you've got this guy, Steve Wood. I don't know if you know Steve.
He was at Anglican 1000, wasn't he?
He is an amazing leader. He's the pastor of St. Andrew's, Mount Pleasant.
Right.
And he has caught this bug for church planting. And so he is raising up leaders and deploying them as quick as he can. Mm-hmm. So they launched this past fall, his young adult pastor and another guy just launched this new congregation, downtown Charleston. They meet in a bar, basically, and they are just blowing and going. I mean, they're filling the place up. They're seeing folks come to Jesus. They're doing exciting ministry. And Steve is going, man, we should do tons more of this.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait. He's telling us, I can't wait to think of what our next church plant will be.
That's great.
Out of St. Andrew's, Mount Pleasant. So for me, to see a new church going well, and one of our established churches getting excited about church planting.
Right.
That's a success story.
That is. And I know something else that I noticed with the Anglican 1000 that was really encouraging to me. Usually you think of planters, you think of these guys that maybe are coming out of student ministry.
Right.
Or, they've got an itch, they want to scratch it.
Sure.
But I saw at Anglican 1000, you have a lot of bishops. You have a lot of senior leaders that are planning as well. Let's talk a little bit about that. We talk about casting a vision and then having somebody else go out and fulfill it. You guys are senior leadership, get it done.
Yeah, I mean, this is not your grandfather's Buick. This is not your grandfather's bishops.
Right.
These guys are not sitting up in an ivory tower with a cush salary, showing us orders.
Right.
They're going back to more what Patrick did in the Celtic movement, where the bishops are leading the charge and saying, guys, here's the land we got to take. They're raising up leaders themselves, training them, ordaining them, getting them out there.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually really fun for them because they're not stuck doing administrative tasks that no one, that won't get them up in the morning.
Right, exactly. Nobody wants to do someone else's to-do list.
Yeah, exactly.